What's up, guys? This is Ancient Deception. Riding my Ninja 250 2011. Supposed to be going to school, but I don't really feel like it. So, just gonna ride around for today. And I've only been driving for about 3 months now, but I've only had this bike for maybe a week. My first bike was a 2001 Gixxer 600. And I actually enjoyed that bike. It was a pretty smooth ride. Had a lot of power, and I actually enjoyed it. Hope whoever that is fine. But yeah, my first bike, I've never been on a bike before, was my 600, and I actually learned how to ride it watching YouTube videos. I mean, I had to watch a YouTube video on how to turn it on because I didn't know. And I had no problems with it, you know. Within a week of just practicing, I was living up in Chino, and I started driving to Long Beach to go to school. And I was getting about 40 miles per gallon, and then everything was fine until I moved down to San Diego, which is where I'm at right now. And going to Long Beach every day, 40 a gallon just isn't enough for me. So I made a big sacrifice and traded in my Gixxer 600 for a 250, which is what I'm riding right now. And man, talk about a big difference. I mean, the first day that I drove this bike to school, all the guys riding R6s over there started making fun of me, saying that the 600 was too much power for me and whatnot, but it's not because of that. I actually needed to save money. But yeah. So again, I've only had this bike for about a week, and I already got 2,516 miles on it in just 1 week. You know? So this bike is almost pretty much finished, broken in. And this is how I rode it every day on the freeway. When the first 50 miles, I took it around the street, getting used to it, you know, varying the RPMs, shifting up and then shifting down. And as soon as I did that, this engine didn't have a special engine oil to help the engine break in, so I just changed it at 50 miles. And then once I reached 600, I got the service done, changed the oil again, and then once I reached 1,000 miles, I changed the oil again. You know, just making sure I didn't want any metal particles being in the engine. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, this bike rides pretty smooth, especially on the freeway. I cruise around 70, 80, sometimes 90. You know, if I see another biker on the freeway, then I want to catch up to him. So I'll speed up a little bit, and this bike actually handles pretty well. The only difficulty I have with this bike is on windy days when it gets around when I'm around 90 miles per hour and it's really windy, you can feel this bike just start to wobble a little bit. And that's when I lay back and decide I don't want to die yet. So yeah, that was the biggest difference I noticed on my Gixxer. Once I reached 80, 90, it was actually a pretty smooth, solid ride. Except of course the bumps in the road, but it kept balance pretty well. Whereas this one just feels like any gust of wind will knock me over. And it almost happened. It's kind of scary. And actually, usually this whole area, ever since the bridge up to like past that bridge, almost to the next one, is usually bumper to bumper traffic. So right now it's not that bad. But it's kind of sucks for me because I'm gonna have to come up with alternate routes since I'm not going to school. So yeah, you know, I've only been riding for 3-4 months, and if you guys think that you guys have some tips for me, yeah, let me know, because tips of course are always appreciated. And it's kind of hard to speak right now because I have the camera set up so it's right on my mouth and on my nose. I still, I didn't plan it out really well. I just kind of decided I was going to make a video of me riding, and got a camera, put it in my helmet, and just rode. So, not very good planning ahead of time for me. Most likely in the future, if I decide that I'm gonna keep making videos, I'm gonna get a mount and put it outside my helmet and have a mic inside. Oh yeah. So this is usually how traffic is every day, but starting from way back there. And I usually run into 1 or 2 bikers here, usually, but it's Friday, and I guess a lot of people decide it's the day off. There isn't that much traffic right now. And another thing I noticed is I used to go fast. Right now I'm going like between 40 miles per hour between these cars. A little faster now since the cars are moving, but I used to go a little bit faster than that when the cars are still. And I've had a couple of encounters where I guess some people don't see me and they switch lanes right in front of me. And you know, it's a good thing that I took that motorcycle safety class I swerved out of the way. And after it happened a couple of times, and I know a lot of you guys are gonna start talking shit, saying, well, why didn't you learn the first time around? And driving like this will make you statistics. It's drivers like you that make bikers look stupid and blah blah blah. You know, I don't really care. That's how you learn. That's how I learn, at least. So or usually if there's another biker, I usually just stick behind him, let him clear the way for me. And then I ride. Okay, I'm gonna probably exit around here so I can just ride around for a little bit. So I'm actually going to school to become a technician, a mechanic, to work on cars. And so I got a good what do you call it, amount of knowledge, you could say, about working on cars, which is cool because I could work on my car, you know, and get a couple of side jobs. But now that I have a bike, kind of sucks because now I wish I could work on my own bike. And I figure bikes are almost the same as cars, so I mean, I did work on my Gixxer, you know, simple stuff like changing the oil. Actually, just change the oil. But, you know, I would like to know how to do more. Like, oh god, I took this bike to get a valve adjustment, and the guys, it cost me like $240. Just for the adjustment, and fuck, oh well, that's just too steep for me. I've seen some guys on YouTube say that it cost them $150, and of course they're not in California, but or maybe just my dealership screwed me over. I don't know. I honestly don't even know if this video is probably gonna come out all crooked. Again, I didn't adjust the camera, I didn't set it up, I just put it in my helmet and it's been held up by my nose and my mouth. Not very good planning. God, I don't know where I'm gonna go. Let's just go down this way. But there's no cars behind me, so hopefully this light turns green. That's another thing that, oh, I got lucky. It usually sucks on a bike because lights don't turn green. That was a wide turn, I know. I usually don't have that problem. But yeah, lights don't turn green, and you end up being stuck at a stoplight waiting for somebody to come up behind you, or on the other side, hopefully making the light turn green. So it's a pain in the ass.